Now moving on to the next step, which is coloring it. The first step is you're going to outline everything. So that's all I'm going to go over right now. You're going to need to get markers. Now I want just regular markers. You're not going to use Sharpies for these. And I would also recommend going online. You can see right here, this is the image that I looked up online. And I'm just looking at it and I'm seeing, okay, the hills and the further away we get, things get a little bit more purple. Things are kind of the same color when they're up close. So I've got a good idea on what I want to do in regards to making this project. I've got all my marker colors here. And now I'm just going to trace. I'm going to trace the lines I already have here, which is why I wanted them kind of light. But the other thing that you have to keep in mind is I am grading on how neat your marker lines are. So if you're doing, take your time with this. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm also, one of the things I'm going to be grading you on is your line variation. What is line variation? Line variation is making sure that there's some parts of your line that are big and some are small. So like right here, I'm going to just do a double line here on the side, making my line appear a little bit bigger in places. Now remember, whatever I do to one side, I have to do these other. So I'm going to come over here. Now I have this inside edge a little bit bigger. I'm doing the exact same thing to each one of these. So what you've got to think about is, what are you eventually going to do? Well, I outlined this in black. So now what am I going to have to color this in with? Well, either like a dark blue or a black. So whatever color you're outlining in is the color that you're going to shade in that thing in with colored pencil. So I'm going to come in here and do this right over here. And you don't need to have line variation everywhere. Just in some places is nice. So now you guys can watch this in fast motion here. Again, I'm thinking ahead. What am I going to color that in? And I'm going to trace it that color that I'm going to color it